Hey guys, I'm going to be showing off a game I've been playing for last few weeks. Been kind of enjoying it on the weekdays. Don't really play it on the weekends because I've got other hobbies and whatnot that take up most of my weekends. But I found that this game is very enjoyable. It's very beer and pretzels, my opinion. It's really, something that's quick. You can get in, run run a couple trains, and then you're done. In a couple hours and go to bed and whatnot. So this is, of course, Rails of DG County. This is actually Rails of DG County 1. DG County 2 will be releasing this Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, anyways, so let's start off. So, we're going to start off with the origins of this railroad, which is the town of Erin, with the Erin and El Dorado Railway. And we here have the station. Obviously, you can't go inside. We have a tank right here. This video is going to be showing off, the basic, gameplay mechanics and stuff. And then specific engines, I'll do separate freight runs, as I, just basically showing you what I've been doing for the last few weeks. You can drive this truck. So you open the door. Come on. Oh, the door does. Okay, there we go. And then we can go in first person. Close it. There we go. And we fire up the engine. And so we'll shut off the engine, open up the door, close the door, and so let's show off some of the passenger cars. Decent looking passenger cars. So of course we have our first car, which is a baggage car. We'll go inside, the doors don't open. Nothing too fancy, but really cool. I like it. In my opinion, the developers of this game have definitely wasted their talent on Roblox. Because, these, they're not, dovetail game style, of, modeling, but, that's pretty impressive. These people are just making a game for free, pretty much. Yeah, you can rent a server for like 10 cents a month, but that's pretty much it. They're not really making money out of this. They're just purely making this just for their love of railroads. There's the passenger coach, and sit down in the seat. You just basically snap to the seat. Their server size is up to 10 people, which unfortunately this coach has 20 seats. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, I think it's 20 seats. So, just one passenger train. This is, I don't know why it, by default, it spawns like this. This is, I think this is just a regular coach, and then this is the end coach here because of the roof that, but I'm not 100% certain. It says a closed ends, and then there's a one with open. I don't know. I don't really do passenger trains that much because I'm mostly a freight guy. Anyways, decent looking passenger, and we will actually run a passenger train while we take a tour of this of the map. Switches, you go up to the switches, press E, switch over. You have to wait about 5 seconds for switch back. For whatever reason, when you, and this is I haven't touched anything. This is when you leave the server, whatever you've placed and stuff, it goes away. It disappears completely. Which is nice, you know. It controls the traffic clutter. So all these switches and stuff, I haven't even touched these, but these are the default switches because I just basically reset the server. If I'm by myself and I leave and then I go into the server, it just automatically just resets the whole thing. Got a watering tower. Then we have I believe this is for oil burning engines. Alright, so we'll switch this over. Switch these over. Some of these engines have some of these engines are based on real engines. Some of these, I have no idea. They're probably all based on real engines, but I don't know exactly which engines they're based on. If you know which ones they're based on, let me know. Here's a Cook 260 Mogul. Decent looking locomotive. And then, of course, this is a heist reference, I believe. You've got the cookie there. So, anyways, so again, I'm going to go through all these engines on my freight one by one. Here we have a 460, a 10-wheeler. This one is a oil burner because it has, I think it's not a Vanderbilt tender. I don't think it's a Vanderbilt cylinder, but because a Vanderbilt, I think, is like fully round, and then like half square, like partially square here, and then it's fully round. So I don't know what this one is. And then we have a 280 consolidated. This one's a coal burner. So again, I'm going to go through every single one of these locomotives one by one. And then we have obviously a real engine, the K37, and the Bumblebee scheme, and this is the engine we're going to take out for our tour. And then down this road is just a dead end line, whatever you want to call it. Alright, anyways. So, switch over. And we'll Y this engine, and I'll show you also the freight yard as well. You have the Transformers icon. I believe that's the Autobot icon. Don't think it's the Decepticon one. Let me double check real quick. I think they did. I think they put the right one on. Do. Yes, that is indeed the Autobot symbol. Anyways, all right, let's run this. Some of these engines are you have to press and hold the W or the A key to run forward or back, and some of them you just have to tap W or A. This one you have to hold it. For the features, we got the lights. Brake is for emergencies. And then bell. Can flip. Nope, I don't. I couldn't flip the switch. Should be a little bit of ways from it. Okay. Alright, so we're going to climb on here, and you can indeed sit in the doghouse. That's actually really cool. Alright, so speed this up. We're going to do, and here are some of the things. The map, which map is map. Hopefully the second one. I actually built a track diagram. I went down the entire line and did build a track diagram, and then, like, I think a week later they're like, "Oh, we're coming up with the DG County 2." It's like, "Oh, wonderful! I have to build a brand new track." So we have run, obviously running around really quick. We have help. This kind of tells you some stuff. And of course, you have a mod call, which is for their servers. I don't think it's for privates. I mean, yeah, private servers. but I'm not going to harass somebody. And let's show you off the freight yard. And yes, this is what the freight yard looks like when you start off in a brand new save by default. So we have a nice gondola here. And you can indeed load these by just getting close to it and just clicking, left clicking. There you go. A bit of a server lag, I think. So, but yeah, it loads with coal. I don't use these because I mostly use these for the mines. And we have a standard AAR steel boxcar. Nothing fancy. Can't click on them. And we have a now they say this is a wood boxcar, but I actually think it's actually a reefer. And the reason why I say this is because, one, steel boxcars, regardless if they're wood or if they're steel, did not have hatches. Reefers had hatches. Granted, they had, I think, either 4 hatches, 2 on each end, or they had 1 on each corner. Also, if you go in here and you actually look inside, you have what appears to be a air duct, where this would be have ice and whatnot in it to let the air, the ice. Technically speaking, the ice tanks would be right here. Actually, yeah, no, they would be right here. And another one over here. I think there would be 4, I believe. And what it would do is it would go up and over and then into this air duct here, and then the cool air would go blow down into, well, seep into here. I'm not 100% certain. They say that this is just a regular box car, but with a hatch and with this air duct, I don't think it's a box car. I think it's a reefer. Could be wrong. All right. Anyways, we have a caboose here. Yeah, you can sit pretty much anywhere on the bed here. The lantern. You have a Arizona Fresh Coca-Cola machine. You can sit here, do your paperwork. You have a stove with fire. Sit here, look around. Sit here, look around. And then you can also sit, I think, oh, I guess you can't sit here. Interesting. And then you have a sink. Then we have the hoppers. These are the ones I actually use when I go up to the mine. And that won't be in this video. that'll be in a freight run. But yeah, you can. I think these are 12,000 load weight, 40,600. A ton is, I believe, 1 ton's, I think, 2,000 pounds. I guess it depends on what type of tonnage you're talking about. Or tons to pounds, my bad. Yes, 2,000 pounds, yeah, 1 U.S. ton. So 2,000 pounds is 1 ton. So a load, which is 40,600 pounds. I think it's a 55 ton. By 2,000, 20 ton? Interesting. Load limit is 128,500. Maybe they did the tonnages by... I don't know. It's obviously a 2-bay hopper. I thought these were 55 tons. These could be 65. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know how they figured out their weights. But yeah, these can be loaded just like the gondolas. Just click on them. And then we have a flat car. Fortunately, no loads on this one. Sad. Then we have another caboose. Exact same as that one. Just changed direction. And we have a nice Model T. Just jump in. You have to click on it multiple times. Anyways, that's pretty much the yard. That's where you come in, stage your trains. This game was designed for, just to grab cars and go. It wasn't really However, I have I don't know why I'm having such bad lag with like the switches and getting in the cars and stuff, and then even the whistle. now I can't even. I don't know. Weird. Spawn something. I don't know why that derailed, but it did, and there's unfortunately no re-railing. So we'll just delete that. And then the spawn stuff, I don't know what the new one is, but for the passenger stuff, it's these little posts here. There we go. And for the freight stuff and the engines, it's these little things here. Anyways. While that's filling up with water, we'll switch this track over here. Ooh, a lag is just absolute horrendous. And this is to line us to the mining camp. All right, here we go. built by you to fit in. Bit of a taste for that's fine. I would like to do it. There's a very interesting approach to it. Topic. And 7.5% that is insane. I've thought about doing the LGB or detail and just actually going to back to pass and actually putting up like a portable battery and actually running the scale, you know, the 262 up back to pass. Don't know if it can actually handle the real life action pass, but yeah, the I don't know, it's definitely so one reason why I enjoy other I played most of the trains with the not a big fan of the fact that you have to buy the premium version to get the first person one. But, yeah. But I will say this, it definitely makes trains a whole lot different than it has been. So I'll probably go through there because I got the first go too. I do plan on getting so, and then also I have played so, rating all these games. Run 8, yeah, that's a great game. It's actually close to a simulator. It's very, very well done. But the problem is, it's so good. Everything is like pretty much one-to-one. Time, physics and stuff. You gotta worry about it. Having hot spots. Defect detectors, you have to worry about, breaking couplers and all that. The problem is with that one is it takes forever. Rounds are actually based full rounds. And so it actually takes forever. Just one trip. That's a long haul, and you actually feel relatively tired. This one's actually pretty cool. You can actually hold queue to request train stop. And there we go. No stop requested. There you go. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, this the station. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy Run 8. You know, I really do enjoy it, and I do have an actual server that I built for my model train club, local model train club. However, I don't have the time to run it. Very rarely do I have time to play that, and also Dovetails games. I'm going to delete this passenger train, by the way. I just don't have time to play that and the Dovetail games one as well. Trains with the Z. I don't know. I've kind of just got back into it, so I don't know. I guess it depends on the route, but it's way more arcadey, which I like. You know, I don't mind the really super complicated sims, but Trains with the Z is obviously, it was designed by model railroaders, if you didn't know. And so it's really, I like the arcadey feel, especially with the first person view. I once I heard about that, I was like, okay, this actually might actually be really cool, and I got the premium version, and I really love it. But I haven't actually looked at all the routes and stuff. I'll look around, see if I can find a relatively quick route. I like these like short routes on the weekdays, something, you know, quick and easy. And all right, so we're in Shade, by the way, and here's a place. This is one of the industries. Yeah, this is the second industry. There's two industries. This one, and then the mine. This is a glass company, and what you do is you take the coal from the mine, which is way up there, and you bring it over here, and that goes into the blast furnaces. I guess there's three industries. I don't know. Another industry we have is the Miller Lumber Company. We have a 2-truck shed. And I don't know, and of course you got the skeleton cars, and you can't unload them or anything. I don't know exactly. I can't really figure out a. Again, this is designed for just build a train, run it. Unfortunately, I've ran model train operations for so many years, and my brain is used to running prototypically. So I don't actually run lumber on here. They are talking about, for DG County 2, having the skeleton flat cars, where you take the skeleton flats, you load them up with logs, and you take them to a sawmill. Then you grab the flat cars and load the flat cars with planks, and then you take it to a town. So I don't know. We'll find out when it comes out. But yeah, I don't generally run these. We have a nice 440, which is actually funny because these canopies here and these wood railings are actually meant for wood burning engines. I don't think these were actually built for coal burning engines, because coal would obviously go between these. So I think these were for wood burning engines, but I'm not 100% certain. But it is a nice detail. I do like it. Anyways, and now we're going to go to one of the big chonky locomotives, and then we'll take a tour of the actual town of Shade. This is kind of the slightly industrial part. And so, another problem with trains with the Z is it does have multiplayer, but it is a bit of a hassle because like you have to make sure everybody has the same same like map. You have to make sure that they have the same QIDs. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's KUID. To make sure they have all that, and then when you make a session, you have to share your session with them. It's not terribly bad. I've done it before multiple times, but it can be a hassle to make sure that everyone's has everything. So I do like trains. Again, because of the first person cam, I've started playing it a little bit more. And I'll definitely make a video of that in the future. But I've been playing this one easier because this one's just really very easy. This is just, I could just jump in, build a train, and go. With trains, you can kind of do that. It's not as fluent as this one is. This one's a lot easier to build a train than Trains with the Z. So, anyways, so this one I actually never knew about. Of course, granted, I'm not a big narrow gauge guy myself, but this is for the Mexican Railroad, and I believe these are called the HR1s. They had the HR1s, which are the narrow gauge versions, and then they have the HR2s, and then the HR3s, which are standard gauge. And these have the same power as the Uinta 51. So I do like running this because it's a very interesting engine. I've honestly never seen that before, so I never knew that existed. That is probably one of my favorite engines besides maybe the Uinta 51. So Railroads Online is another one that I enjoy. But it's really fun because it has all these interactable industries and whatnot. But the thing is, it's not a good weekday game. It's definitely a fun weekend game. And it's even way more fun with actually playing with people. Single player, it is a long haul because, and it is relatively realistic. It is pretty darn realistic because it's like, okay, in order to produce this, you have to take this and load it over here, and that converts it over to this. And it's a really cool system. I love it. But it is again a grind when you're playing single player. But it's not that bad. I am definitely looking forward to Railroader though, because the mechanics are really way more fun than Railroads Online, in my opinion. But that's just me. Because I've already seen, there's a video on there that they tell you about the actual mechanics and whatnot. So I do like, the mechanics more. We'll see what happens when it actually comes out. But yeah, Railroads Online's a fun one. I do enjoy when I get time to actually play with multiplayer, because then the grind isn't that bad, because it's like, okay, we need this, okay, we need to stockpile this, we need to stockpile that and whatnot. So you can have multiple, 5 people working on 5 different industries all at once and then coordinating. So it's way more fun with multiplayer than it is with single player. We're just showing off the town. Actually, I think I've already showed off these buildings. Alright, so we'll show off the quote last industry. And then we'll probably pretty much end the tour. Dovetails games, they're fun. They're really pretty, but again, it's one of those type of. I'll come back to this one later. It is one of those kind of. It does take. It could take a couple hours to do a run. Where this one's like, I think a full freight run is maybe 30 minutes or so in here. This is just very, very relaxing. Just to jump in, build a train, run it in about maybe 30 minutes or so. I don't know. We'll find out. I've actually not timed a full freight run yet. So once I'm done taking the tour, I'll start doing the freight series. I'm gonna try to get at least 2 episodes done, 2 or 3 done. I'll probably just record it. I'll cram in some recordings as much as I can, just to show you what I normally do, and then hopefully I can get every engine. Obviously, I've done the passenger train now. Hopefully, I can do every engine. Besides, obviously, the switchers. The industry switchers are a completely different thing. Alright, then we have we have another Game Pass engine here, which is the Uinta 062T. Nice little. I call this the baby Uinta because it's like basically it's like I would take the the front half of the Uinta 51 and just cut it in half. I do like this engine; it's cool. This is another Uinta. This is a combined coach. You can sit in it, but it's kind of glitchy. It's not, not really meant to sit in. I guess they didn't finish it or something. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, this you'll see why I enjoy this. This is just really fun to just get on. Obviously, the spawning system is very easy to do. And I'll show that more when I do the freight runs and whatnot. And then, but yeah, this is just a little more fun. Again, I don't mind the big realistic train games at all. They are very realistic. Like for example, one time I got to see UP-844. And I was actually showing off, with, a model train club member. And I was explaining every single gauge and whatnot. And, Ed Dickens is just, the lead engineer, is just amazed. And he goes, "How do you know all this?" And I'm like, "Well, this is it's from the train simulator, because the guys from Smokebox, they made the 844 and then basically every single gauge, but maybe a couple, I think, function. So whatever's on the real 844 is on there. So hopefully Ed got to check it out, the 844 and train simulator. And again, I don't mind the realism. It's really amazing to see some of the stuff that they come up with. But again, I don't really have, even with like Dovetail games, Like run 8 is you need pretty much a full day to run one route on run 8. You need at least between 6 hours and 12 hours. With dovetail games, you need, I think, between 2 to 4 hours. Not 100% certain. I have to. I never really did get. I didn't really play that often, mostly because it has lack of multiplayer. I am actually wanting to try out the third rail thing. I just have to get enough people to run a session all together. I do want to try out the third rail thing, and that'll be a whole different video. That's something that might be doing later on. Want to run some Riviera in the 50s. So that is something that another upcoming video. But again, you're needing around 2 to 4 hours. Trains with the Z, I don't know. I played it a little bit, enjoyed it a little bit, and stopped playing it. But ever since the first person camera, I've been playing it a lot more. So I'm actually going to start looking at shorter routes and seeing if I can run something that's relatively short. But I'm going to probably say that's probably at least an hour or two. Not 100% certain how long a run on trains is. And again, setting it up is not the most greatest. It's pretty good, but it can definitely be better for setting up. And then Railroads Online, it's single player. It's just no. I don't enjoy playing Railroads Online by myself. It's way too much of a grind. But when you have 5 people and stuff, it is worth it. It is fun to have an actual group, and I'll definitely have to record one of our sessions, because I know I've cut off. When Railroads Online, when I checked, Railroads Online was just first coming out, and it was horrendous, as in like track laying and bugs and stuff. They have definitely changed in the last 2 years. They have made some amazing changes to it, so definitely have to show you that. And then of course, when Railroader comes out, I'm super psyched for that one, more than anything else, actually. And I'll do a very quick explanation on why, and then I'll probably wrap up this video. The reason why I'm super excited for Railroader is because of the mechanics. So for those who play Railroads Online, basically you sell goods to the freight depot. Well, in order to sell those goods, you have to actually produce those goods. And in order to produce goods, you have to move raw material from one place to another. By yourself, again, it's a chore, but when you're with people, it's a lot different. With Railroader, every single industry produces the goods already for you, and it's really cool because you start off with a engine and a couple cars, and then you have some industries, and they're various tiers, and you can upgrade those industries to increase production in order to make more money, in order to make to buy more cars, in order to also buy bigger, more powerful locomotives. Also, they have passenger ops. That's really fun. So I'm super psyched for that, because that's especially if they have a dedicated server feature, that's going to be really, really amazing. So I'm looking really forward to that. I don't know about Centuries of Steam that much. I haven't seen too much. There's some interesting things like the firing and stuff that looks cool. Right now, it just looks really shiny. I haven't seen anything gameplay mechanics wise. Um, I played Gmod before with trains. That is a nightmare to build a Gmod train. That is just an absolute nightmare. I played Minecraft with trains, and it works, but Minecraft's not really meant for trains. So, anyways, so I know this was a long video, but that basically shows you, at least from Aaron to Shade, the various mechanics and stuff, how stuff works and whatnot. And then I'm going to make a video on individual locomotives and freight runs with those locomotives. So I will catch you guys later.